Good morning, class. Today we will be learning about equivalent fractions. So first of all, I need you to take out your notebook and I want you to write the definition of equivalent fractions. So equivalent fractions are different fractions that name the same number. So right here we have 1/2, 2/4, and 3/6. You see that they're different fractions, but on the shape you can see that the same amount is actually being shaded. So even though this is 1/2, only half of it is shaded. Right here's 2/4, 2 out of 4 are shaded, and here's 3/6, 3 out of 6 are shaded. They represent the same thing, but they are different fractions. Here we have another example of equivalent fractions. As you see, we have the same parts that are shaded, but they represent a different fraction. So on this shape, 2 out of 3 are shaded. On this one, 4 out of 6 are shaded. But you can see it represents the same, but it's different fractions. What if we don't have shapes? Are 2/3, 6/9, and 8/12 equivalent fractions? How would we know? We actually need a method to find equivalent fractions. To find equivalent fractions, we multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number. Any number, it just can't be 0. So the main thing that you have to keep in mind is that the number that you're multiplying the numerator and the denominator by has to be the same. You can't do 2/3 times, you can't do the numerator times 4 and the denominator times 5. It has to be the same. So for this example, we have 2/3 and we multiply both the numerator and the denominator by 3 and we get 6/9. Over here, we have the same fraction, 2/3, but we multiply it by 4, both the numerator and the denominator, and we get 8/12. Okay, now it is your time to try it. So I want you to write 3 equivalent fractions for each of the following fractions. Now remember that you have to multiply the numerator and the denominator by the same number. So today we have learned about equivalent fractions. Make sure that in your homework you are looking at your definition whenever you're having trouble. And if you have any questions, make sure you bring them up in next class. Have a good day.